que fazer as maletas, somos das borboletas, alcançamos as metas, mas amor na planeta, te amo meu Deus, e mais saudades, te amo meu Deus, e mais saudades, te amo meu Deus, e mais saudades, te amo meu Deus, e mais
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Hello, AJ. Hello, Gigi Johnson. I hope everybody's had a good day. So it's like the first day from the weekend, June 1st. There isn't any things going on. Well, we'll see how things go tonight with the riots and stuff. So this is the agenda I guess I have for tonight. So basically I want to start by talking about, unfortunately, Treecey. Now, Treecey asked me to stop putting her name in my titles. So I thought if I stopped that, then she would stop talking about me. So unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. So she did a whole live today going on and on and on and on and on about my life and all this other stuff and making all these connections. And she's trying to control people. So she's watching our chat. She's trying to talk about you, Team AJ, and everything. She's watching our chat, trying to control people in her camp, telling them where they can and can't go. This platform was meant to be a safe haven for everybody, whoever you rock with. Even if you rock with people I don't like, I don't care. You come over here as long as we're respectful to one another in the chat. So she was basically going on and all this other stuff. So I was just like, okay, I respected your wish. You know, I didn't put in the title, I didn't mention you, and then all of a sudden you want to keep talking about me. So we can continue this. So, like I said, now she's trying to control people and tell people, and I'm trying to get Pizarro to go against her. Yesterday, Pizarro and I have a conversation, and we never mentioned her at all. Not one time did we ever mention Treecey or trying to align her with me. So I think Treecey's a little bit paranoid in that sense. And the whole time Pizarro was over here, it was about Ness, no mess. That's all it was about. It was about Ness, no mess. Treecey didn't even come up at all. So another thing is Treecey was talking about little man is Jason. So when she was talking about Jason, she was about him having him being on my platform and that I bowed down to him. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about, Treecey? You even said that you didn't watch my live. So how would you listen to his live and said I bowed down to him? If anything, you begged for Jason to come on your platform all the time and even asked him to call in. So I think Treecey's a little hypocritical in that regards because she keeps asking that man to come over there and come on her platform. So, and when Jason and I had dialogue, I said, why aren't you doing true YouTube justice and highlighting all the vile behavior on YouTube and not just in our sector? There is the drama sector, and the drama sector does the same or worse, and they say some of the most hateful things to each other. So he highlights what goes on in this community. He's just picking on this community of YouTube because he needs to start with the drama community if he wants to be fair. So that's what I wanted to say. So then Tracy goes on to talk about how I take self defense classes, or I took a self defense class. I just shared that one thing, and it wasn't actual karate. It was more along the lines of enhance, self defense techniques or things like that. And I would advise her to take some herself because if she does get in an altercation, she's going to need to drop that hammer. Hey, Vonnie One, how you doing? She's going to need to drop that hammer because that hammer is not going to do anything for her. Because she did say today that some woman by the name of Kelly Boyce, whoever came to her place uninvited to drop off something, and that's kind of scary if you know someone on YouTube and you haven't met someone on YouTube and they just stop by your real life residence. Like, what the hell? So, if I was Treecey, I would definitely suggest to her to look into some self-defense courses because that hammer ain't gonna help. If anything, she should have a sledgehammer. If anything, so. Hey, Gemini, how you doing? Chop the Raisin says she always gets stuff mixed up. I don't know if it's intentional lying or just her being dumb. Yeah, she gets a lot of. It's weird. She does get a lot of stuff mixed up. A lot of stuff that didn't even happen. Like that didn't even happen. So, okay, there was somebody that popped up. So AJ says she really lives in her own world. People know she's wrong, but continue to follow her. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I don't know if it's a cult thing, but I believe so. All right. So I don't know if Treecey is in love with me. Like, I'm serious. I don't know if Treecey is in love with me, and I'm going to play this clip real quick. But I really think that Treecey may be in love. So, yeah, hold on one sec. So, Dalai Lama says self-defense is something that many people of all ages sizes should take. Have you ever seen MMA? I'm just saying that's self-defense. Yeah, I agree. Just because someone is tall in stature or big in size doesn't mean they know how to defend themselves. And sometimes we all know how to throw a punch or whatever, but there's other advanced techniques that we can use that can definitely um, throw the odds in our favor if we ever need to defend ourselves. It's all about education. So, and I know Food Junkie says that he came out of the womb kicking ass. I think if anything, somebody kicked him in his tongue and what's not when he came out of the womb. And yeah, I said it. So it's like people want to involve themselves in things that don't involve them, but when I say something back, they get in their feelings. Yeah, and I said it. So yeah, she says, "Say, Sir King, I'm sorry, but I don't think she knows anything about love." I don't know. I hope she does get some love. All right, so let me play this clip for you guys real quick about I think Treecey is in love with me because this is just really weird. So hold on one second while I get it. See. So
I ain't doing nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Ooh, I ain't did nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Ugh. Anyways, I think about him when I sing that song. Ugh.
Yeah, so that's really weird. Why would she think about that song when she thinks about me? I'll play it one more time. It's really weird. Really weird.
I ain't doing nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Ooh, I ain't did nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Ugh. Anyways, I think about him when I sing that song. Ugh.
Yeah, so that's really weird. So she was singing that, and she was singing that about me when she came or something, and whatever she was saying, I thought, okay, Treecey, you might be in love with Sir King. I don't know. So that's crazy. So moving on to the next thing, Nicole Tyler. Nicole Tyler went on this whole thing defending Jason, I guess, saying that Treecey, all she does highlight Jason and she's partly responsible for his relevance in this area of YouTube, which I agree. But I don't know, Nicole, why you put me in that. Like, you started referencing Sir King, and Sir King was the ranch and all this other stuff. Nicole, keep my name out your mouth when it pertains to you having your beef with Treecey or Jason. I don't have nothing to do with that, and I don't appreciate you tying me into that. So, message to Nicole Tyler: don't bring me or use me as a pawn to get back at Treecey when you want to dig at her. That wasn't cool. Okay? So that's what I wanted to say regarding that. The next thing we want to talk about is, why does Quani get a pass? So everybody was jumping all over Baby Bop today, right? Because she said something about colored. And in the term in which Baby Bop used the word color, I did not think it was offensive. Basically, she was saying something regarding what Donald Trump has said regarding colors. Like, I mean, not color, but he was saying something about like shooting, and she said colored people. She added her own interpretation to it. And I think when she said that, she meant to include other ethnicities besides blacks or African Americans. And but well, this is the most hypocritical thing. So then, first of all, Quani never heard what she said in the original context. So Quani is jumping all over Baby Bop. And then she started using all this profanity, like the N word, the NB word, all this like terrible language. And I'm like, why does Quani get a pass to go on everybody's platform, curse like hell, and then when people express their opinion about what she says, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This is what I think. And I'm like, well, if that's what you think, then it should stay on your platform. You shouldn't go over and take over somebody else's platform. And then when the people in the chat on the panel express their point of view, you get upset with it and become dismissive. Because what happened on DKL's live was kind of messed up. You know, it was, if you think about it, was really messed up. And the only reason is because Quani just becomes like a little child and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Duchess. I know I'm wrong." And like someone gets a pass, but I think that's kind of wrong. So, yeah, I know. And then Bertha May says, "I don't like to be called the NB." But see, the thing is now, Little Man, who AKA New Mexico, is now taking this chance to say the N word and the NB word so many times, and he thinks that this what happened today gives him a license to do so. And I just hated it because I felt like you don't care, you can't say that. You can't say that word. I don't care what pigmentation it is. We ourselves don't feel like saying that word, and you don't. It's not right for you to say that word. So, and he's just taking this opportunity to say it, and I think it's totally wrong, because he could take his ass over there to the drama community and see, or the drama sector, and see how to deal with him. And I'm sure he will stop all that. So, Chop the Raisin says, explain again your interpretation of how Baby Bop meant colored, please. I felt when she said it, and the people on the panel agreed too, when she said the word colored, she meant it in the sense to cover all ethnicities outside of like Black or African American. So you can say Hispanic, Latino, whoever falls within that, that category. That's the way I felt she meant to say that. She was using it as a derogatory term towards Black people. Yeah, so Robin says, I just got into it for 6 hours with my best friend of 10 years about protesting and Black rights. Yeah, and some people will never get it. So Bertha May says, no one should glorify the N-word. It's the most terrible word, and I feel on the outside looking in, how will we ever think that word, which is one of the most vile words in the human language, would be okay to reclaim it and say it to each other? Like, I'm sitting there watching the videos this weekend, and everybody's calling, "What's up, my what's up, my what's up, my?" And I'm like, how can y'all? It's just baffling. It's just baffling for me. It's just baffling for me. Okay, so I was hoping Baby Bot would be in the chat so I can express to her how I felt. Basically, what Baby Bop is going through is what I went through. She's a person who is not going to be ran off a panel, who has a certain point of view, who does have a personality that may rub somebody the wrong way. I know this woman, Terry P, came up on the stand and she comes across as if she's some kind of socialite or upper crust person. But Baby Bop in DKL's live was very nice to her until she said like her attitude was trashy or something. It was a disrespectful term, and that's when things went left. That's when things went completely left, and that's when things got hostile. And the thing is, I just felt that Tara P came up there as if she wanted to offer her some advice, but you can't degrade someone at the same time as you're offering the advice. So, and I don't know, Treecey keeps telling Baby Bop to get her own channel, and I'm like, if Baby Bop gets her own channel, that's just going to further her message. So why would you want her to do that? Right. Yeah. Views by Shawnee says she was meaning to say people of color, black, brown. Yeah, exactly. But she said color. She said color people. If you had to listen to it, you had to be there to listen to it, and then you would see that what she was saying was not bad. It was not bad. In my eyes, it wasn't bad. So, yeah, Team AJ, I know. So Trump and the Bible Walk. I just wanted to talk about Trump and the Bible Walk. So basically, Trump, I think it went into walks by the White House. I forget the name of the church, but the thing that's crazy about that is, let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Hold on one second. I gotta share my screen. All right, so here's Trump in front of the church near the White House. He walked over there in front of the White House, and he's just standing there with his Bible. But he's accompanied with other representatives and Secret Service. But the weird thing is, this isn't his Bible because he isn't familiar with how he's holding it. Like, he's just holding it very weird. You can tell it isn't a Warren Bible. It's definitely not his Bible. And it's just like he was unfamiliar with the Bible. And the weirdest thing about this is that he walks over there during a time of crisis. And I think this was a PR move because it was, I guess, printed or it was said that he was in his bunker during the social unrest. So he just wanted to, I guess, show people that he's not afraid during these times. And I'll play the clip so you guys can see. You see how he's holding his Bible? Like he's not familiar with his Bible. It's weird. It doesn't say Holy Bible. And he's just standing there. He doesn't say anything to the media. And I think he tells one of the people in the media to be quiet, which is weird. Yeah, it's like the weirdest thing. So yeah, I think he's gonna tell this lady to be quiet in a minute. Yeah, see, he's not familiar with his Bible. That's the weirdest thing. See, he tells the lady to be quiet. Like, what president does that? Like she's in kindergarten. So I don't know. So that's really weird. That was very, very weird. So yeah. So let me go back, try to bring up my agenda again. Oops. All right. Hold on one second. I hate this thing with StreamYard. Like you have to click it every time you want to share something. Okay. All right, so that's the agenda. Yeah, Trump and his Bible. So I'll read the comments now. Oh yeah. See, Maker Baby says, I get this as entertainment, but there's nothing funny about domestic violence or putting pictures of kids out. Nor is it talk about kids or parents because if they're not helping. No, I agree with you. I agree with D-Cop came and said that there's nothing domestic violence against Quani today, and Quani proceeded to curse out Decop. And I've just heard that Treecey has someone's child as her thumbnail. So, I mean, it's terrible. I think, like I said, we should leave it to entertainment, to be honest with you. That's what I honestly feel. So, I'm dropping the link in case anybody wants to come up and share their thoughts at all. So, Views by Shawnee says, Sir King, what's up with Jay Wilson? Anything, or is he still running scared, hoping people forgot his scandalous action? I don't know. It's kind of weird that Jay Wilson and Five Baby are now been doing like entertainment news, and that's the weird part about what's going on. So I don't know that they have to do that for the show, or there's no content for them to talk about. So. Chop the Raisin said, yeah, Quani did curse out Decop, which was unfortunate because Decop was saying something regarding her mentioning, what was it, Nesto Mess and, her domestic situation, which wasn't right at all. And I do was drinking because in the middle of that exchange, you hear like a beer can or some kind of can open, like a beverage can open. So that's what I feel. No, and the thing Chops is wow, Quani's out of control. Lord have mercy. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How can I help you?
I noticed what you said a few minutes ago. I haven't been listening very long, but you said that
you offended a lot of people, right? You offended a lot of people, right?
Excuse me?
You offended a lot of people, right?
When was that?
Your last live that you did today, saying the N-word and all that other stuff. And I know you think that just because somebody else says
the truth offensive?
It was hella disrespectful, and what you did.
Covering what has occurred today and being the only one in the sector to point it out was offensive.
You're not the only one to point it out. I'm pointing it out.
Yes, I am. You're the second.
No, you're not. I'm the one that's pointing it out.
You're the second.
No, I'm the one that's pointing it out too. I just don't have to.
You're number two. I pointed it out first.
This is not a contest. You go determine whether it's relevant based on the time you go live, and I don't. Okay, what you did was highly disrespectful, and you think just because somebody else says the words that you can too. Okay, I didn't even mention the words because I feel they're highly disrespectful as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's effed up what you did. Just because they say it, you feel it gives you grounds to say it. And
I don't think you're that offended by what she said. Otherwise, you would have spent more than 1 minute discussing it.
It's not going to repeat a thing. It's not like she just says this. This is the first time she says it.
What have you done repeatedly about that she keeps saying this? What are you doing to stop her?
I repeatedly called her out on it to the point she blew a gasket and got mad at me for mentioning my titles, calling out her behavior.
Yeah, but that hasn't done anything to stop her.
Okay, but I can't. This is a virtual reality. I'm not going to just highlight what she's saying as wrong. That's it. And once again,
obviously you're not being effective. Problem.
Listen, okay, I don't do like you and reach in people's lives and try to get them fired from the job. Okay, once again, I myself don't like using that language and did not use that language on my platforms, and I'm Black, so I don't know why the hell you think that her saying that gives you permission to say it. And why aren't you doing this same thing, highlighting the behavior of the drama sector?
I don't know anything about the drama sector.
Okay, there you go. So you can't call yourself the YouTube Justice Department then?
I can call myself Sir King.
Now you can call yourself whatever, but it's a fraud. You should call yourself the YouTube Beef Justice Department.
Well, you should call yourself a real person's name. You're nobody's king.
Yes, I am everybody's king. Who are you to determine that?
Who are you to
How you
determine
how
what
you
justice I
lie?
am allowed to
You lie
investigate?
and say that, oh, I'm here to highlight the bad behavior on YouTube, but you're only focusing on one part of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I inform you of other areas of YouTube which this bad behavior is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
going on, you're like, oh no, you just act
Well,
nonchalant.
this is my precinct, though. This is my precinct.
Okay, and we're about to burn it down.
Well, I don't think it's going to be very effective. You can burn your own precinct down, but
Well,
you're
it's
not going
okay.
to have anybody there
We'll
to point out
police.
what's wrong.
That's fine. We'll police ourselves. Okay.
But look what a terrible job you've done with Quani so
Okay.
far.
Well, you should then go after the people who enable her behavior.
You mean like you for
No, I
you
don't
you don't
enable her behavior.
you
No, I don't.
covered her for 1 minute tonight, so you're obviously enabling her.
No, not at all. I don't need to repeatedly say the N word and NB word and everything else to get my point across. You take great satisfaction in using those words. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't know what I take satisfaction in, first of all, because you're not in my mind. But what I am
No, I
very
never want to
interested
be.
in is pointing out the division from within and the insidious racist that is on everybody's live StreamYard screaming out these words every day. So I am consistently pointing this out for about 2 years, and
Okay.
I do believe I've had some effect.
Okay. Congratulations. Anything else you want to share?
Well, I'd like to share that you did have the opportunity to discuss this a little bit deeper, but you didn't, and instead, I
Right.
wonder
It
if
happens
you.
all the time. I already did address it before. I'm not I came here, if Baby Bot was here, I would have addressed it more extensively with her, but I'm not going to give any coverage to that. We know she said some of the most
But
vile things.
you don't see that the people like it, that the people find it
I'm not
entertaining.
going into what the people like. Okay, they don't like that. I don't. You can see the comments in DKL's chat that they did not like it. Okay, they did not get it all. So
A few people typed in his chat that they didn't like it, but he keeps letting them on. I think
well,
he's
that's
obviously
the
getting.
issue that you need to pick up with DKL. Okay,
Well, us and our private sex and pillow talk is none of your business.
I
What
don't care
I'm
if you're I
discussing
don't
with
care
you,
if you're sexing him or not.
okay,
I
what
could
I'm
get, I could
discussing
I
with
could
you
care
is
less.
what I'm
Okay,
discussing
so
with you is your role in policing, since you're a member of the, well, you allege that you're a member of the Black community. We're supposed to believe you, so I wonder if you might be
well, I will
interested
be
in
something
policing.
that you will never be. So there. All right.
What was that?
I am something that you will never be.
Congested?
No, I am something that you will
Congested?
never be, and you know
Do
what
you
I'm
mean
talking about.
congested? Do you mean congested?
No, you mean that you're an asshole and you want to be black, and you will never be. All right, so let's carry on. Yeah. So, all right. Anybody else want to come on? I'll drop the link, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm one of the few people that will give that guy a chance to, express his point, see what his, mindset is, and he'll be a jerk. So continuously be a jerk. So I know, Team AJ. I know what he's trying to do. I know he's trying. I'm way light years ahead of him. I know what he's trying to do. So he's that's the second night in a row that he said that. I don't play with that. People show you respect, and you don't reciprocate that. You want to come on here and be a smartass, and then say the n words and all that on your platform. Get out of here. Hello, Cindy. How you doing?
Hi, Sir King. I have something to say
Sure. Go ahead.
about these people, especially when it comes to that white man. If you have problem with people in this sector, which is black women in this sector,
Mm-hmm.
why are you even here? I just don't get it with this fool. He's backwards. He thinks like this sector belongs to him. So
Mm-hmm.
he thinks like he could tell these ladies what to say, how to walk, how to run. Do your own thing. Create your own racist whatever. Your racist people are calling you instead of you. They need you. Why don't you want to be there? We like you. Nobody like you in this sector. Stay over there. So we just I don't get it. It's kind of like that guy, he likes to be cursed out. Like, black people don't like you. We
No,
don't like you. We hate you.
no. The thing is that
Well, I'm saying
he has affinity for black culture, right? So he's trying to list all the wrongs in our area of YouTube, and while trying to humiliate us by using the N word and other racially inflammatory language, which I was trying to show him today that you can cover a topic with Quani, but not use all that racist language that she used. So, but he didn't want to address that point. What he's doing is he's trying to, like I just said, highlight our inequities or things like that, and make us think he's some kind of savior. That's what he wants.
no, he needs to save himself by checking into a detox clinic. That's what he needs to do first. And then you could talk about other people. You could talk about this sector. That's one thing he needs to do. Leave freaking people alone and stuff. Every time he's always jumping. Why this? Why that? Get a job. Get yourself some help and stuff like that. I'm like, seriously. And then you guys are entertaining this fool by picking up his phone call. If you guys seriously block him and stuff, he would go away. Stop talking about the fool because he's a big buffoon and stuff like that. He's not gonna change. And then he knows what pisses people off. So that's why he's calling all the time. And that's why he's making fake accounts and stuff, because to get on people's nerves and stuff. So stop talking about him, block him out and all, and then he would go away, and then he would perish somewhere. Hopefully, he'll get hit by a car or whatever and
Right.
stuff like that.
Unfortunately,
The
it
Lord.
doesn't work like that with people with mental illness. Hello, Sir King.
Hey, what's
Uh,
going
it doesn't work like that with people with mental illness. Quani uh tapped into that a little bit, and so did Treecey. But I'm not saying they're right or it justifies anything that they say or do, but it doesn't work like that with people like Jason. He's become obsessed with the sector and the people on the
Yeah.
sector. So
No, I agree, and I apologize to my audience for letting him on. I let him on that one time because I did want to have a dialogue with him on my platform. But after that, I shouldn't have let him on. So, and
But but
I take responsibility for that.
but what the other caller said, yes, obsession. That's another thing. With his obsession, he's gonna take it to another level.
yeah, he's trying to find out who Sir King is right now.
No, I know.
So it's
I know. He keeps asking me questions and things like that. I know what he's doing. Like I said, I haven't done anything to him. All I've done is call out why is he using racially inflammatory language, and he says that he can say it because he can use it because of the First Amendment. And I'm just saying,
And
okay. And then
he's
you
like
wonder why
developed
people.
this unhealthy obsession with the sector.
yes,
Like if you see what he's doing like on his lives and stuff, he's not doing anything fucking significant besides selling that third world country fake jewelry, turquoise and shit. He's not doing anything significant. So this is where his free time goes.
No, I agree, and I just like I said, he wants to have a position of importance in this community, and
And
like I
he's
always,
obsessed with black people too.
yeah, because I just
but
said, are
the
you
thing
doing? Go ahead, Miss Cindy.
But the thing is, with that obsession, like I said, that's why people, the other caller said, that's why people with that, mental issue, one day something will click. He's gonna take it to another level. He's gonna take it to like, I am God, so therefore I must destroy y'all. I must do this because y'all wrong. So y'all guys need to be careful. That's what I'm saying.
He'll do
No,
anything in his power to like disrupt, things that people got going on in this sector or like involve himself in the equation.
Hello,
hey, Mr. Baby Green,
how you doing?
good,
I
good.
honestly think he just want to capitalize off of people.
Exactly.
That's what trolls do. And as long as anybody feed him energy and they entertain him, then he's gonna entertain them. So to block anybody out is, I'm sorry, y'all, because I was looking at my son and what he was doing in the jumper. But to block anybody out, you just don't give them any attention. And I think that Sir King is right. But what I do think is disgusting is people talking about domestic violence and talking about children and putting them up there. And my thing is, if you don't have any kids, how can you talk about anybody parenting skills? Just like I don't think it would be funny for people to constantly talk about Treecey and her having abortions. The whole thing is sickening. At a time where we're at right now, it's an opportunity for every creator to have content. Where's the content?
Right, but you have to understand, as you have to understand your niche. And what I'm saying, if I put up something here regarding the riots, Trump, and everything, those things don't get a lot of engagement because the people here, I feel, want to take a break from that real life stuff. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that it shouldn't be spoken about, but you have to be crafty about how you weave it into your broadcast. So,
Well, look at how you did it tonight, Sir King. You had a topic where you had topics, and we breezed through every subject. And what I'm saying is, we can talk about the serious things and still have entertainment, and it doesn't
mhm,
go to a disgusting level, is
right.
what I'm saying.
No, I agree. I agree.
Because
I
it's
agree.
ridiculous. Like when I come on to YouTube, I want to get away from certain things. So my thing is, if I wanted to hear that type of stuff, why
Hmm.
look at YouTube? I pay direct TV for that. I can see that on
Hmm.
Love and Hip Hop. I can see that
Right,
in a Lifetime movie. I can
right,
get that anywhere.
right. And that's what I'm saying. That was the reason why I brought Quani into the equation because why does she get a pass?
Yeah,
She
I was
Right?
just
doesn't.
To
about
say
to
anything.
ask
She
you.
doesn't. People like me, we speak up. I think that we need to be cautious about what it is that who we're laughing with and what we're applauding.
Yeah,
Right.
I
No,
agree.
I agree. But the thing is, this is very key. Everybody tried to drive me off of YouTube because I had an opinion, and I'm not once disrespecting anything in what the point I was speaking on. But here we have another person coming on talking, making fun of a woman who's experienced domestic abuse, who is saying some of the most harshest, racist language there is in the human language, but she is still welcome and entertained and glorified. And I think there's something wrong with that. You know.
It is, but it won't be for long because once you start to get people who do use their brain and think, people
Hmm.
like that get canceled. My thing is, if we hold celebrities to a certain standard and accountability, and they say they celebrities, that's what they say, we need to hold them accountable. Let's change the narrative.
I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Drew, what do you have to say? Oh, well, he left. Okay. So, no, I agree with that. It's just disheartening, especially in this climate that we were in. I thought we would be more careful with the words we say to each other. So,
Well,
But sec-
go ahead.
but second, I think majority of the people that follow these ladies, they all have the same way of thinking. So that's why if one says something wrong, they all back that person because they like that person, so they become the group thing. So, even though they know it's wrong, for that person to say and stuff like that, but they still kicking in, laughing about it, not saying, well, you know what, domestic, let's not talk about that and stuff like that, because it could happen to you, it happened to me, it could happen to the next person and stuff like that.
right.
We are female stuff. You can't never say something about, oh yeah, you know what? It's it's funny. You don't know what that person was going through and stuff like that, so you wasn't there. So
But that's why I always
I,
tell people, like, when Jay Wilson asked Rico to share his situation on his platform, and when he also did the same for Nest No Mess, I cringed because one, I knew that Jay Wilson would not be able to support them um, regarding the post support, meaning after they shared their story, he wouldn't be able to console them once the people in the sector started getting on them about their pain that they experienced, as we witnessed tonight with Quani going at Nest No Mess because she shared her domestic abuse story on Jay Wilson's platform. That's why I tell people, unless you're getting compensated heavily to share those stories, it's not worth it. And who reaped the benefit from
It's
that? Jay
worth it.
Wilson.
It's worth it, Sir King, because you don't know who you're helping. And if you can help just one person, you have done something. What I like about this is she stands in her truth and she's not afraid to stand alone. And if they start to get more creators that think like that, eventually they can get pushed out of their sector. So they need to think twice about
Yeah.
what they're saying and who they're promoting. Because I'm telling you, it's some dangerous people that are itching to get a platform, and pretty soon they're going to have one. I
Mm-hmm.
don't dislike Treecey. I don't dislike Quani. I might not agree with everything that it is that they say. But my thing about that also is I think a lot of these subscribers are scared. They get called out, they get
Yeah.
cussed
Yeah.
out, they get blocked. And that might be the reason why the bandwagon is going the way it is. And they clicked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
What way is the
But
bandwagon going?
Quani doesn't even like Tracy. She wants to call her an idiot. Like it's really because Quani is using Tracy's platform and subscribers to like how you said, like they're linked up, like they're clicked up. So
Mm.
Tracy doesn't have like I feel like Tracy is the body, Quani is the brains. You feel what I'm saying? Like and
Hmm.
they're just not I do agree with some of the things that Quani says sometimes. Very seldomly do I do that. But she's just really vile on the inside and like she doesn't care. So and she doesn't really care about her platform either because she'll say anything and risk getting her channel snatched. But Tracy is not the smartest human being.
Hmm.
So she'll just let Quani, run her shit into the ground. Let her run her shit into the ground. Yeah, so I don't know.
No,
Well,
I just
you can build it up, but it can fall and it can collapse. And that's all I'm saying. And like I said, they cliquish, and a lot of them share the same moderators too.
Yeah.
yeah, I
So if
agree.
you
Yeah, I
get
agree.
banned from one, you seem to get banned from them all, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. That is true. That is true. And I don't know. They all think alike. That's what I'm saying. They all think alike. There's no you could not find one of them that said, well, you know what, this is wrong. It's like they all like
Some
birds
of them
over
don't
feathers.
understand that some of the stuff they're doing is wrong. And then these are people that are like, like in their 40s and 50s. They don't
And
know the
Hmm.
stuff that they're doing is wrong. And then when you
then we
try to
are
speak out about it,
young.
it's like they don't understand it. Especially Treecey, she doesn't understand like a lot of the stuff that she's doing is wrong, and they're going after people that really don't necessarily need to have their attention. Treecey needs to keep her foot on people like Chopper's neck, cause he's really dangerous. Jason, I know the wrench is still out here. Like there are people who need to, and this kind of plays into what Sir King was saying about Jason calling himself the Justice Department. There are like dangerous people out here, like people who are really
Yeah.
fucking over other people's livelihoods and stuff. Like they're the ones who need the attention. Tracy just, goes after people because, it gets clicks and views. And Quani goes after people just because she doesn't give a fuck. And if you have anything to speak about, what she's saying, she's gonna go after your kids and leak your personal information and all that kind of shit.
Now,
She's
I'm
weird.
glad that you said that. So let's get into some things.
Hmm.
First of all, Sir King, please teach a class the difference between roasting, gagging, and doxing.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number
Mhm.
two, what I found weird was when she was on the DKL show and Ness said something about her grandkids. She said, I don't care about that. My job was to raise children. And I'm like, but still, those are your grandchildren.
Yeah, go
And
get
they
your
went into the
grandkids out of
system.
foster care.
So yeah, that was kind of harsh.
No, she
And
said
then
her job was to raise. My job was to raise
her children.
my kids. Yeah.
But if your child is not capable of raising their children, most grandparents step up. I understand she's entitled to her life, but still, those are children that did not ask to be here. And I just thought that that was kind of hypocritical. You cannot attack somebody about parenting because then, if that's the case, not to be funny, we can say, well, where did you lack that your child is not capable of taking care of their children.
Yeah, isn't
And
her
we
daughter
don't
in
even want to
jail?
go there. We don't want to go there. And then another thing that I think is hypocritical is they're asking Baby Bop to show themselves. But my thing is, why are y'all not asking Pizarro to reveal herself? What's the difference
That's why
between her and being an avatar and everybody else? What's the difference?
it was like two avatars arguing. You and Avatar. I'm like really
There's a
seriously
no, no,
both
no.
of
I'll
you
tell
guys.
you, like literally, there's a difference between there for them. There's a difference between people like Miss Bizarro and Sir King because Miss Bizarro will get on her knees for them. Miss Bizarro will give them money. Miss Bizarro will say all types of ditzy, encouraging shit that they like to hear. So that's the difference.
But it's sick. Like, well, I tell you one thing, and this is something that maybe should be pointed out. When she got down and dirty on this, I noticed that Miss Pizarro clicked the heck up out of there. She was not there for when that picture came up on that screen. And Miss Pizarro, Miss Pizarro should think a little bit differently because you're a mother too. That's just like I'm a mother. I would never throw stones at anybody else when
Yeah,
I'm a mother myself. I just think it's dead wrong and distasteful. I really do.
Mm,
I,
mm,
I think I said something about when you have kids and when you have past, there's certain things that you do not co-sign on. Because the thing is the same thing that they're doing to other people, it might come back to you too.
yeah,
So sometimes tread lightly because you just don't know.
Well, what goes
yeah.
around comes around, and we're not exempt. And I don't care what anybody say. You can talk about anybody however you like, but my thing is, what is God saying about that? I don't want to be held accountable for things I've said about people on YouTube. My life is more meaningful than that, and so is my legacy. I think, like I
Mm.
said, I just think the way some of them move, it's a little weird to me.
Yep.
It is, and they need
Yeah.
to get it together.
I agree. I agree. I
And
agree.
I
Man.
love Duchess Kelly Love. I love Duchess. But Duchess looked like he could not control his own platform today. Let's keep it real, people.
No, I don't
It,
think that's
Why
that.
did you say that?
I think Duchess can't control his platform. I think okay, what I'm about to say is no offense to Duchess, but this is just a business analysis of Duchess's platform. Duchess knows that he leverages a lot of what Quani says for his material. We all know that. Even
We already
Quani,
know that though. They're pretty close. Let's just leave
well,
that alone.
yeah, but even Quani today kind of called out Duchess for playing her message with music, and she has an issue with that. So obviously, by Baby Bob, he kept cutting you off, but didn't cut off. Sorry, not you, Baby Bob, but cut off Mess No Mess because he had to, keep that rapport with Quani. So he knows how to manage it. It's just who's on his platform. That's the deal.
Oh, wow.
So,
But that's not managing. My thing is, you have to be fair to everybody. And people are sitting back looking at that. And let me say this to you, baby Bob, because I saw you. I was in Brianna Live the first time I heard that stuff. I wrote in the chat, I don't know if you even saw it. I don't dislike you. A sister is a sister. I don't care where you come from. I appreciate everybody who is on the front line that's getting out there, that's protesting and fighting. And you know, what you were saying was right. Yes, we need justice for us as Black women and men and our children. We definitely do. But at the same token, we cannot forget that it was also other races that have been mistreated by them. And so we need to come together as a community. I think what you were saying, it made a lot of sense. I don't know how I just went over people's heads.
Hmm. And yeah, and like I'm still getting m- flack from that, and that is what it is. If people don't want to understand or they want to hate me for it, that's okay. But I'm not trying to have any drama, especially around something like this. I like everybody, and I just had a problem with these people before, like in a platform before. But I'm just gonna let it go in peace, and that's really what it is, because it's a bigger situation now. Um,
Hmm.
there's just better things to think about, but some people don't want to think like that, so it is what it is. But I'm glad you saw that.
I think Ness was right though when she was talking to you and she was saying that you needed to become a creator because you know what? We the people, since they love to say that, we the people, we need more content creators to watch.
Yeah,
No, we
that's
don't need. I
true.
don't think we need more content creators to watch. I think we need more.
Oh yes, we do. We
I
need
think we
some
need
with
more
better
content
opinions.
creators who are
We need,
different, are
Mhm.
different in
we
thinking.
need,
Yeah, we need content creators that are different.
yeah,
It's too much.
we need a refreshment, like new ideas and stuff like that. Someone that could
Hmm.
enlighten our idea, our minds, instead of this thing is toxic. It's like every time they get on their platform, it's all
Yes.
toxicity. It's like, oh my God, seriously, the same thing over and over again. That's why I don't now. I pick and choose who I watch, because the thing is, it's like the news is bad. I don't want to come on here and stuff. Although sometimes it might be funny, but the same thing and then the same negative thing. It's
Mhm.
like today, someone has said, "Oh, well, do Caribbean people think they black?" Um, I'm from Haiti.
Mhm.
That is where I'm from. That's my country. But if I do not open my mouth, you won't know the accent. You'll know I am a black person. I get killed too. My friends get killed too. So you can't say, oh yeah, do they consider themselves as black? Really, seriously?
That's why I
Well,
got to me. That's why I was saying, like, to me that was kind of over the line, because it was just like, what are you talking about right now? Like, it doesn't even make any sense.
or to say that they all don't like us, and that's not true. My grandmother, they from Nassau, Bahamas. So, in a way, that was defensive to me. That's why I said, you're right, baby Bob. It's crazy and it's starting to get a little bit out of control. But the fight need to stop amongst each other as well. I don't dislike Treecey. I actually like her, and I spoke to her in one of the chats. But I just think that when she get around certain people, she just acts different.
Oh yeah, they do. She does.
Because
She
they
does.
hype her up.
She
Like,
does.
hype
When she gets in front of people that are of a high profile, let's say James Caldwell, and James Caldwell and myself had that old incident. She has seemed as if she was trying to get on his side by coming at me. You'll notice that when they're around big YouTubers, whoever's chat you're in, 5A, whatever, that person will try to show their support for that content creator in order to ingratiate themselves with them by picking on somebody else that maybe have a differing opinion with that other major content creator. Yeah. So you'll definitely see that.
And when they said Ness was clout chasing, I was like, wait a minute. Not to be funny, don't none of you all have millions of views. What is it to clout and chase on
LOL.
here? Like what is that all about? I was at work shaking my head like mm-mm. But for the first time I found myself cussing in the chat. I I was like, wait a minute, Mika, what are you doing? I was a little mad about how Ness was treated. I'm alpha all the way. I like Ness. I like a lot of these people on here. And another thing too, like I don't know much about Rita, but the way they talk about her, it makes me kind of feel sorry for her.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know her. I've never really watched her.
Rita, you said?
Yeah, but I mean to hear like she's supposed to be on drugs
Rita.
and talking about her children and I was just like, what in the world? Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
Rita, aka Lovely Peaches, who needs
But
to have
Miss
her kids
Mika,
taken by CPS. She's on drugs, obviously.
I've
Um,
never seen her. I don't have a clue who she is.
yeah, and then if you watch her, you try to keep up, but she's like sporadic. She's all over the place, like she's on
yeah,
like meth or something.
I cannot understand how could people understand like when she's speaking because I'm like I don't know, maybe because I don't know, my ears, it's like, what is she saying? Is that, but the thing is, she's the one that put her business out there. So,
Mm.
people gonna drag her. And these people, sometimes, like Kwani said, some things people don't need to know. People
That's
on
true.
YouTube, you don't need to know people. Keep your stuff privately, and then when they drag you, you're gonna cry, you're gonna do this, you're gonna it's because of you. And then people on YouTube too, you don't know these people. Why are you gonna tell them your whole entire life?
Well, some of
And
them might
then,
look at it as an outlet of venting, but the thing of it is like, who are we to judge?
Well,
true.
like they said now, this is the beef sector. So there are certain expectations that come with releasing your information in this area of YouTube. So
So that I mean, I get that, but that mean that we're supposed to just throw our morale and our values out the door.
no, it means no, it means you have to find another sector that represents your morals and values. Unfortunately,
I think there's nice people in the sector though. It's just I really do like the sector. I just think sometimes it's too much of the bandwagon thing. Like it's okay to
Mhm.
be your own person and just have your own ideas, but
Mhm.
anytime you say anything different, everyone wants to jump down your throat.
right?
And that's what I didn't like, and I actually said that too in the chat. I felt like you was getting ganged left and right. And Terry was really nasty to you. I'm like, you sitting up there talking about her attitude is thing. You're being
Mm.
disrespectful. The type of person I am, like Baby Bob, girl, you have class, baby. Because I would have quit listening and I would have told her, like, look, I'm not interested in anything you remotely have to say because you're just ignorant. Now, see, then that would have.
Maybe do you think do you think
I would have said that.
Terry P? Well, do you think Terry P reminded you of herself?
Of myself?
Well, I think Terry P. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. You reminded Terry P of herself. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Like,
If
Uh-uh.
if she
Mm-mm.
felt that way, I think she would have a better she would have some sort of empathy. I don't know, but she was Mika Baby said, she was really nasty and condescending. I don't know. All I know is what she presented herself to be. But what Duchess was saying, I don't know a lot of these people that are coming at me, so I don't get it. But they were saying that she was talked about the same way. So for her to come on me to say, "Oh, you're like this and like that," I'm like, if you went through the same thing, how dare you tell me I'm a bitch, I'm condescending, I'm all this? Well, not she didn't say I'm condescending. I'm a bitch and I'm rude and I'm nasty, and it's just like, what are you talking about?
She said basically, from what I gathered, Sir King, is they were both proper. So she was speaking on what they had in common. Other
Mm.
than that, it was pretty much separate and downhill from there. And it was, and I mean, baby Bob, she just sat there and she did speak up for herself, but she's not as argumentative as people try to portray her to be. And she said, all I do is I try to defend myself. That's what she's supposed to do. So I was like, where they're getting all this extra stuff from, I don't know. I've heard her on several panels thus far. And I even spoke up about that when she was on the panel with you that night, and everybody was talking about the different ideas and George Floyd and everything else. And I felt like her opinion was much needed and it was nice and it was refreshing over there. So I don't know what they talking about. I think some of these older people are scared of the younger people coming in.
I think so too.
Yeah, it might be that. It might be that.
Hmm.
I don't know. So, so probably Bonfire wants to know: can I ask the panel why you invest so much time into the sector when you're not watching the sector? What are you doing besides work, sleep, and kids? Anything interesting?
Yes. Not too long ago, I took a ride in the Safari Zoo here and I actually enjoyed myself. I have been to the aquarium lately. Because of course, I have children and we have to do outings. And not just that, but I recently went to the park too, just to meditate and get away from everything and talk to God.
Hmm.
And I can't wait to go fishing.
Okay, me, beside work, sleep, what I do, I am a nursing student. So basically, technically, all the time, my nose is in the book. I should be studying right now, but that's it. And exercise and cook. That's it.
All right.
I
Well,
can't remember what the question was, but I think it was something like why we invest so much time into the sector. Um, I do other shit. I just went to the beach yesterday. Um, but I mean, most of the people my age have been laid off to the due to the virus. So I would be working right now if I wasn't here.
hmm. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. People have to understand, like everybody in their life have just different circumstances that bring them online. Like
Oh,
I think this area of YouTube or YouTube in general has replaced normal television. You know,
yes,
Second,
yes.
yes,
second, can I
right.
say something? Another thing too, while I'm at work, right? I
Hmm.
listen to you guys or come on here because, like I said, sometimes some people are funny and then it makes the hours go by fast.
Mm-hmm.
Instead
Right.
of me checking on, patients all the time, taking
Hmm.
blood pressure, so so I come on here and stuff. I don't normally, these people, I don't, certain people I don't care for and stuff. That's why I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't go on their panels and stuff like that, and I don't talk about them because, like, it's an app. So it's kind of like when I hear them talking, releasing people information, it baffles me and stuff. It's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
it's teaching me a lesson not to, the friends that I have, I should, keep them closer, because talking to them people and then, they like fake, they fake, they stab you in the back. So they teaching me a lot of things about the world, about, fake people out there. So it's a
Yeah.
lesson for
No,
me.
I feel it was disheartening to see Treecey post that thumbnail of that child. Now that child has nothing to do with nothing on YouTube. So why do that? You know,
But Treecey's a low key
what you say, custom man?
can you guys hear me?
We can now. Go ahead. Oh man, I wanted to hear what he had to
Uh,
say.
okay. Can you guys hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Treecey's a follower, low key. Like she's just doing the same thing that Quani and like Chopper do, cause like it does get clicks and views. She's into doxing and all that stuff. So I mean, it just she's doing the same thing Kwani is doing, probably because she wants to be cool with Kwani, and she's really flip flop
But
too.
the thing
Like,
is, if you're gonna say that, custom man, then Kwani's a follower too. Because Kwani
oh no,
doesn't
I'm not denying that.
no, but
Definitely not
Kwani
denying
doesn't
that.
research anything. She gets information from people, and whether it be true or not, she just posts it.
Yeah, but my thing is like Sir King said, and that's a big point. That child has nothing to do with YouTube, and you don't never know who's watching YouTube. And some parents don't watch their children, and we don't know who's getting what type of information, and that could be harmful. This is something that could follow that young man to his school. Or we don't know how crazy some of these people are on the internet and they try to attack that child. That's just something that just should be off limit. I'm sorry.
But they don't
That has
understand that.
That's true, but that has everything to do with a child's safety. Like they said, if the family members are not on here, they don't need to be getting doxxed. I even heard Jessica B say, I don't want anybody coming to my house because I have a child to protect. It's the same way with that young man. It's no different. No different.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm not for any roasting of any kids in no way, shape, or form. But when it's words, it's words. But then when you see the picture of a child posted on someone's thumbnail of their video and they're not even related to that child, and then you're using it for content and beef, that's hella wrong. I can't get
She's
behind that.
still hurt because Jason posted well, he kept posting and then he made his thumbnail her mother.
And
Like
that
she's
was
still
sick
hurt over
too.
that.
And that was sick too,
Yeah, no,
because that's
Jason's a sick
something that shouldn't
bastard
have
for
been
that.
put out there. That's sick too.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't any of them be hurt in that way? From what I heard, Quani grandchildren was posted. I think that was sick.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that on
I'm an
Jason's
advocate for
community.
children, dead people. I don't like stuff like that. It's not cool at all. And I do watch it to pass my time away. I work long hours. I work between 13 hours and 12 hours. But it's just certain things if I don't think is right, I'm the type I'm gonna speak up on it because I'm like that in real life. That is who I am. But I do respect other people's opinions.
Yeah.
But certain things it need to be stopped and it needs to be a penalty for it.
It's their
Mm.
platform. They can do
Yeah.
what they
No,
want.
there is a penalty. I mean, like I said, the cyber laws are different for kids under the age of 18 or 16. So, y'all need to be careful because they don't do the law doesn't look at the law the same as if it was an adult. They look at things differently when it's a child involved. So
That is very true.
Somebody
so
said
It's sad.
Tracy is very immature for her age. Yeah, she's used to working around a bunch of young people at the hair salon. So
No, no.
yeah, so I don't know.
Oh,
No,
oh my God. You had to go there, didn't you?
yeah.
No, but that's the thing that trips me up about Treecey. One day she's preaching like Joyce Meyer and giving health, like giving like how to be strong in life and psychology tips, and then the next day she's doing stuff like this.
Did you say psychology tips?
Yeah, yeah, she did. She did this whole thing about people
Elephant
who
in
are
the room said Custard Man must watch Jason on the regular. He knows everything about him. Yeah, when it's like substantial like importance, when it's like a huge important stuff, like when people dox him and like they who was that they said they talked to his parents. Yeah, I kind of do know a lot about him. I don't watch his videos though. I think you are terribly misinformed. I don't watch his videos because now you're making it sound like I'm a fan, but
Nobody's a fan of Jason. He's a whole fool. I heard him on this platform tonight, and I couldn't do nothing but shake my head. And I was like, you know what? Sir King handled him right, and he got him on off.
Yeah.
No, no,
That
no,
man
no.
is crazy.
And like I said,
Yeah.
I take responsibility for bringing him back on because there was no need for him to come back on. I wanted to only address him because I was pissed off about the amount of times he was saying "n" night, and he felt because Quani says it that he can say it to highlight
Mm-mm.
inconsistencies or the bad behavior in this area of YouTube. Yet has a whole drama sector over there that he's not even or doesn't even know about. So, uh,
To be honest with you, I wouldn't have never known anything about this sector if it hadn't ever been for Wiley,
mhm.
because that's who I used to watch, him and Armand, and then I started hearing him talk about different people. So it piqued my interest and I looked them up, and once I started to kind of navigate through it, I was like, "Oh my goodness," because
Mhm.
it just kept linking to more people.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the algorithm for you, and that's what I mean. I don't. Mm, I lost a lot of respect for Wiley because, like I said, he came on, put that underwear on his head, labeled us Section 8 sector, and got up and left. And then when he was back on Brianna's platform, came back and act like the same buffoon again. And I just didn't. I think that was just so wrong. Like that's not cool. So.
But that's
But
what he do. But
yeah,
that's what he does, because
Mhm.
he says that
yeah.
he's an entertainer. But I mean, he's not putting people children up and doing things of that nature, though.
Well,
No.
he did do some foul stuff before,
Yeah, like
but
the catfishing and stuff, and he
But
catfished Jay
I heard
Wilson
about that catfish,
and
and I
the
saw that
other
thing
boy.
on King
But
Payne,
no,
surviving King Payne.
Yeah,
but no. On Facebook, Riley's been doing that on Facebook, and then he be putting it, like he used to do that for fun. He would call different people, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. He used to do that, blasting people and stuff. So what you want to do, this and that and the other and stuff like that. Yeah, he's been doing that on Facebook as well. So it's nothing new. But if someone gonna go to his house and stuff, but these people are the same thing. Facebook, YouTube, you don't know the person. What if Riley was some serial killer and then take you in and then grab you and kill you? You'll be gone.
he gives
But
serial killer vibes, anyways. But I don't know. He's just kind of really gross. I don't understand why anybody would go and meet up with him and have sex with him and stuff. Like he's just gross. He's like almost like Jay Wilson. He's kind of gross, and Sean Bradley. They're kind of gross.
oh my Lord, these men. Whew. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't talk about people. But
I like when he be
whew,
talking about, like entertainment news and books, and he get off into the whole Atlanta Housewives, because I ain't gonna lie, I done called the show a couple of times, and I enjoy that part. But as far as like all the extra stuff, no, I really haven't gotten too much into it. Like I said, I watched a couple of surviving series parts from King Payne, but I kind of quit watching. So
Elephant in the room. Are you a fan of Jason? Because I noticed you're
Trust the
going
man.
to bat for
Trust the
him.
man. I honestly think that, and I know people think I'm crazy for saying it, honestly, that might be Jason himself. I
I
really do.
see.
I really
I
do.
see.
I've been watching his comments, and I really do think so. So,
Yeah. No, you're terribly misinformed, by the way, elephant in the room. And I don't know what you're trying to insinuate, like I'm over there making comments in his chat or whatever. But if you're a fan, you can get the fuck out.
he wants you to talk about him. He's
yeah.
mad because we're talking about everybody but him. That's what it
Right.
is.
I see. I see. You got me. You baited me into talking about you.
this
Ha
married man.
ha.
Okay.
See, he
So,
loves the attention.
yeah, yeah, that might be him. I really do. And I know I've seen Elephant in the Room in that person's chat, but that doesn't mean that he's not talking to himself. And just
You
some of
know,
the comments
if
he's
it is
saying,
Jason, I have one question for you. I'm just curious to know, like, why do you be playing on Treecey's phone? Because I think that that's kind of disgusting. You constantly be calling her and sending her text messages, and you try to pop up on her panel. And the funny thing about it is, when you have popped up on her panel, you actually gave Sir King more of a conversation than you did her.
that
And
was the
I just
craziest.
like,
Yeah.
That was the craziest thing. That was the craziest thing.
No,
That was
I think
crazy.
he got a crush on Tracy. I think he got a crush on Tracy because he would be like blah 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 blah, and then Tracy's like, "Okay, talk, Jason." He'd be like blah 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 blah. So he's scared. I think he got a big crush on Tracy. I'm just saying.
He's obsessive. That's
See,
weird.
Dalai Lama, now you looking suspect because if anybody should have had an issue, it should have been Elephant in the Room with Custom Man cussing him out. And Custom Man hasn't said anything about Custom Man cussing him out. But you are mad about Custom Man cursing Elephant in the Room out. That's weird, Dolly. Like, Dolly, I know you say you always welcome over here, but you keep so much for that man. And I would like to know what kind of trance does he have over you? Like seriously, like it's just bewildering to me.
I wasn't even paying attention to Dalai Lamas because I don't even know who you are. But yeah, I can say whatever I want as long as Sir King will have it. I just, you must be a fan of his. That's what it's sounding like.
Okay, Dalai Lama says that it's not Jason, but some of his comments are just like, wow, that must be his vice president of his fan club because
Yeah, must be.
it's crazy.
Did
And
anyone?
well, what did Dolly say? Because I can't actually see the chat. So what did Dolly
but
say?
Dolly said, wow, you let Custer Man curse out someone in the chat. I'm trying to find it. Here it goes. She says, wow, Sir King, you just allowed someone to cuss out a supporter. And she's saying that about Custer Man cussing out Elephant in the Room. So,
But you're in the chat going off about random shit. Why is it a problem when I go in on who we can all pretty much at this point assume to be the common enemy?
Mhm.
You're going off in the chat about other shit and other people. Dalai Lama, what the fuck are you talking about? Go away. How about that?
Well, actually, well, what you said, Custom, is pretty light in comparison to being in other people's chats and hearing their panels. Because Lord, you get called bitches, whores, and everything else.
yeah. And I'm gonna put this theory out, and I know it may be seen like crazy, but I've always wondered why. I always wondered if Treecey and Jason were working together in some way, shape, or form, because
Possibly.
he has her stuff on his page, her image, from her, and he does nothing to stand up to that, and it's just been bewildering to me about that,
Okay, can I ask a question?
Sure.
How come when I don't mean to bring her name, I
Anything
know
will become of him driving Babe and Joyce to see her house. Do you think the police will do something about that?
Hold up, Mika baby. Cindy, were you asking something?
Yeah, like when VS was here, he wasn't that active. It's when he left that's when the monster comes out.
Let me
Like
think. I think he
he
was
wasn't.
around. He just wait. Let me think. He was around. He had that page, Devolving Culture, and then he switched it to the YouTube Justice Department, and he only came on mostly towards the end because remember he was playing around with that page, Treecey Living My Tooth, so he was hiding under that page, and he was
Yeah, but he wasn't.
but
He
he
wasn't that
wasn't.
active like that.
Right. His commentary wasn't like it is now. No.
So is VS coming back? Because I be hearing people say like 3 years.
I don't know. We
That's
don't
what they
know.
said. They said the probation was for 3 years.
Yeah, but I don't
I
know.
don't think she
Mm-mm.
I don't think she should come back because, like, I used to watch her too. With the music, this and that and the other and stuff with the hair because I do hair too. And she was funny sometimes, and I like the thing that makes me like her was of the tattoo. I'm like, oh my god, I want one too. That's cute and stuff. But after whatever and stuff like that. But in the beginning, I liked her, cool.
So why do you
But
think she shouldn't come back then?
Because of what she went through. What she went through, that was some real life stuff. Like seeing your kids faint because SWAT came in your door and all that. For what though? For what? Like you don't know who you can trust. You're always in a state of paranoia. Like you know what Jay Dunn did, sending her a trophy. And you don't know who sent you the trophy, and you thinking it's somebody else, and it was not that person. Like that's crazy.
what do you mean? Hold on, can I ask? What do you mean trophy? For what?
She sent her some trophy, calling her the something like the POS or something like that award. Giving her an award for that. So I think VS may take this as a chance to just get away from the negativity. Because in my eyes, and I've been vocal about this, I think she was set up. I don't think the plan went down as it was supposed to.
Who do you think set her up?
I
The
don't
lady she
know.
beat up, Sean
No,
Bradley sent her to
no,
the IHOP to
I
confront
disagree.
VS and the
I
girl.
don't. I don't think. I think that lady was following. I think the lady was following the chat, the
VS like
conversation in the
stalking
chat.
her?
Yeah, I think she was following what was going on. That's what I feel. And she wasn't supposed to be there. I think that other girl who has multiple personalities was put up to it. And
As a yeah.
I don't think I think Shireen was motivated because of her past communication with VS and VS threatening her and all that other stuff. That's why she was motivated. Um,
But go ahead, second.
no, I
Talk.
just
Go.
felt like the other person knew that she was wrong for what she did, and she was trying to cover her tracks by filming herself going to the police station and playing reverse psychology, saying,
She
"Oh,
filmed herself going to the police station.
yeah," to turn in the lady's glasses, and she's like, "If I was guilty, why would I go to the police station and all that?" But it was just reverse psychology. So
And
Failed.
you think VS kind of like fell in?
no, they knew. Let me just say this: there was a plan put in place. They studied VS. There's video. There was video evidence of that, but channels were deleted and struck and all that. So that evidence is pretty much gone. But people in a group in a clique here on YouTube said they studied VS and they know her triggers. Her triggers are what? Her kids. What was it? Her kids and her sexuality. Those are the main two. So they honed in on that. It's, I mean, it's not. No offense to nobody on the panel, but it's not rocket science. They knew
Yeah, they provoked
how,
her.
how to provoke her, and she knew once you get because somebody else threatened her kids before, and and they figured it out. That's how you get her interest. It's simple, and
And
then yeah,
Oh yeah, because she was pretty mad about the pictures of her kids at what was that, some
right,
store.
exactly,
yeah,
yeah. She's
Karen
like,
started with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that, and everybody told her not to
You
go.
know what? You know what triggers VS was when that lady says, my daughter and your daughter goes to school or your son goes to the same school. And
Exactly.
then if you watch her body language, she's like, what?
Hmm.
She just like, how do my daughter, like, so do you live around here and stuff? So she can, just like you said, that triggers her, like, so I want to see who, maybe you the one that's been following me and stuff like that. And yeah, and
Yeah.
then Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
people knew she was, that the energy just changed. That's why everybody was like, don't go, don't go.
Right.
They just felt
But
it.
also the vibe of that person that was speaking was very, it was demonic, because when
Oh,
it
yeah.
was telling her not to go, Kiki was doing like an evil laugh, and everybody was like, "Oh hell no!"
Now, who is Kiki?
That's the person we
The
talking
fat chick with the blonde wig and the
with the
glasses.
multiple personalities.
Yeah, she's on medication.
I
Lord,
need to,
see,
I need to address
it's a
somebody.
lot of people on here with medication, huh?
Yeah. I need to address the elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. I don't care. I don't care what people. I think your movements. I've seen you move around, and it seems like you only appear in Jason's room. I ain't never really seen you in nobody else's room. And the way you were caping for him in this chat and saying stuff, I look at things from a 360 standpoint, and I'm like, okay, you made repeated statements all about Jason, 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 Jason. You ain't said nothing else about nobody else. So that just leads me to believe that maybe you are him. And
Or a
if you
supporter
aren't,
of him.
oh yeah, or support him. If you aren't, then okay. But it's just like your comments are very suspect. That's all. Especially with the way I just kicked him off my platform like 30 minutes ago. So, all right. Yeah, so going back to that whole VS thing, that's what I felt. I know. She was
So is the lady Shireen? That's
mhm.
her name, correct? Is she off of here, or is she still
No,
on here too?
she comes on here from time to time.
Mm.
First of
But
all,
she's not.
Dalai Lamas, I've been caping for Sir King since he had his platform, or the current one. I don't know. Um but he did say this is a safe place for his supporters. But I don't know where you're coming from with all of this. Sir King doesn't have to, check me or whatever. I'm perfectly capable
But the
of.
thing, this is the weirdest thing, is why is elephant in the room in Dolly? I know I have, Dolly, you and I have had a positive rapport or exchange, but why are you all caping for this man? What
Yeah.
trance does he have over you? I don't get it. I never see you guys express any dissenting opinion regarding him. It's as if
And
you
how
guys
have
are
I
part of a cult.
disrespected Sir King? How have I disrespected Sir
They
King?
feel because you cursed at elephant in the room that you disrespected my platform.
Well,
So
don't be weird, elephant in the room. Don't be weird. Are you Jason, or are you a supporter of his? Like, what's going on? Tell us what's going on.
Tell Elephant Man, if does he or she have vodka? Get a glass of water and wash it down. If you felt offended,
I love
vodka.
custom.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just
And
weird.
Dolly, I like you too. I'm shocked that you're acting like this.
How is she acting?
You're not like a little offended, just a little.
No, she's offended. Like she's
Yeah.
acting as if like I don't know. Dolly just came so hard for Jason, and I'm like, what does Jason give you, or what trance does he have on her? I don't.
Well, what does Jason have to do with anything when we've been off of Jason?
Yeah,
You know,
he did say the N
Mhm.
word, right? I heard that. He was saying
like we're not even talking about Jason any longer. Lord.
he said the N word before, right?
Who? Jason?
Jason, yeah.
Jason.
Well, I'm not giving him any clout, but I was really. That's why I let him on my platform. I was really pissed off of what he said tonight. He repeated the NB word as if
What?
copying Quani. He'll say, "Oh, because Quani said it, I can say it," and it's just ridiculous.
No.
So why did Dolly support him then, or Elephant? I don't get that.
Because they feel as if we can say it. That is only like that
No,
gives you
that's
permission
not
to say it.
the thing.
That word need to be canceled, period.
That's not
I
the
agree.
thing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Jason,
Wow.
Jason knows if he could only say those words online. That's the whole thing. If we was in front of him, trust and believe. He knows he wouldn't say it. He wouldn't say.
But the thing is,
Mhm.
we see the dude's face though, so it's like the fact that he even bothered to do it, and he knows a lot of the content creators. That's so disrespectful. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can say those same things and you can be as effective or even more if you don't use those racially inflammatory words. You can have a message behind what you're saying that would be appreciated and heard, but people get tone deaf because you're saying those words and you're saying it with the ER and with the emphasis on it. You get what I'm saying?
So
even
what
with the
is
A, it was
Jason
like, oh,
niche? Like, what is Jason's niche? What exactly is Jason trying to do?
Get us all riled up and
I've never watched him.
invoke anger within our sector and uh, get us to pay attention and focus on him. That's what people with his condition do. Like I said, earlier, he fixates on certain individuals and like things. That's why he was locked away twice. Um, but yeah,
Oh,
So he
Really?
sleeps with people, or is he like, what does he talk about? I don't get it.
well, he talks about how Quani needs to go get her grandkids out of foster
Oh,
care. Like his main thing is Quani, but also Treecey and Chopper.
So he
Um,
hates them because that's what it sounds like.
yeah, basically.
I think he hates Quani. I mean, yeah, and Treecey. I don't
Well,
know
what did
why.
she? What, yeah, that's what I get to say, custom. Because you be having the tea. I'm like, well, what did they do to
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye on the sector
him?
for about
Jason,
two
take your
years.
meds, baby. Take your meds
I
because
think he
you act
does
like
take medication.
they have personally came to your house and like disturbed your soul.
He takes a whole bunch of medication
yes.
because Tracy was trying to say that, or was it Quani? I can't remember, but they were trying to say that he has the big three letters. So that's why he takes a bunch of
Oh,
medication too.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's a disclaimer. That's allegedly because I don't want that coming off my
Allegedly.
platform.
Allegedly.
Coming off my platform.
Well, allegedly, I heard somebody say he does drugs because they was trying to figure out about the whole glove thing one night, and I just thought that
Can
that was hilarious
Okay,
too.
this is the story behind the whole glove thing. That is a bunch of bull. The thing is, the guy that was with him did no way, shape, or form wanted to be identified. So he put on gloves so no one could, like, I don't know, maybe he had a tattoo or something, could know what his hands or arms looked like. That's what that was all about. Because he
So
was
he didn't give him a
paranoid.
shot of any sort.
Nah, he didn't give him no shot, nothing. He was just paranoid of not being on camera. That's all that was.
They say that Jason does meth, but I've also heard that he was a paint huffer too.
A what?
So
What?
a paint huffer allegedly.
Oh Lord.
But that one is a little bit more believable. He's a paint huffer. Isn't that
Yeah, I
what they
have to
used to do
forgive
back in
me
the
for
day to get high?
laughing.
Or they still do it? Do they even still huff paint?
Elephant,
I remember when
elephant
people
in the
used to do
room.
that. They huff paint and air freshener.
Yeah,
Elephant in the
that
room.
shit.
You can stay here. It's just the fact that you just cape for Jason. You didn't talk
nice
about
shot and everything.
any other subject. So you're welcome
I
here, but
like Jay Dunn too. What do you all think about
oh
Jay
hell
Dunn?
no, Jay Dunn's canceled. Sorry,
What
I
did
don't
she
know who Jay
do?
Dunn
What did
Jay
she
is.
Dunn.
do?
Jay Dunn is talking about having sexual activity, people on their periods,
Oh my
throwing tampons to the side,
Oh.
When
revenge
was
porn.
Oh,
this,
I
Sir
think I remember
King?
that.
This all
I think
Oh,
I
happened
remember
yesterday.
that.
This all
Cause
happened
Quani
yesterday.
was talking about it. She was like, I would never give no nigga no
Don't
pussy and
go
I'm
into
on my
detail. Don't
rag.
go into detail.
Yeah,
Don't go into detail because that's so
you need to
disgusting.
go to Triple Red X's live, last live. That's where it all happened. It was
oh
a
my
gross,
goodness.
gross,
Jay Dunn, what are you
That's
doing?
gross.
Is Jay Dunn male or female? Oh,
ew.
male. I
She's
mean female.
female. She's
Oh, okay.
female.
It was gross.
Wow.
She was sweet when she came on here. Now she's
So,
turned into something vile and vicious.
Oh, goodness. And she used to be in your chats. I would see her in
No,
your
I know.
chat, Sir King.
I have nothing against her, but that thing that she just recently did yesterday, she already did stuff prior to that. But now the stuff that she did yesterday was just terrible.
Okay, so I have a good question for you, Sir King. What is up with you and I, babe? Oh my God, because
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
been
Can you
in
talk
so
about
many
that?
of her titles.
She's clout chasing. Nah, I'm just, nah. I didn't mess with her, and she started coming for me, and we'll do what the beef sector was meant to do, roast and gag, and that's what we're doing right now.
I kind of wanted you and I, babe, to like link up and join forces, cause the way y'all be, making like people like Phi Babe and Jay Wilson, and I actually like QB. No, 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 no shit, but
Oh
I
yeah,
do
Okay.
like QB.
let's
But
talk about that. So I had a topic I want to talk about. QB going in there today, filming himself potentially, you know, trespassing or breaking an area.
What?
Yeah, he filmed himself
Where?
going into the looted areas and looking at stuff. And I was like, QB, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, you can go to jail.
No, and the thing was, YouTube snatched the video down, and the Reed of Philadelphia was streaming his stuff, and they snatched her video down. So I guess anything that's dealing with looting, they're just
Oh,
snatching stuff down. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
oh,
So
So
when is Reed new book coming out?
it's
yeah,
out
so she
already.
can make everybody in the
What
sector
do you
No,
mad
she
again.
want?
need she need a second book. This
she's
is the
doing part
time to
two.
capitalize. That's what
She's
we're
doing
talking
part
about.
two.
The second book.
She's doing part two. There's like four
Okay.
parts to it. She's doing a part two. I think it's done or it's about to be done. So
I actually liked her book, and I didn't think that it was bad at all.
No, not bad at all.
The first one, reading Treecey, that was funny. I I remember that China. Like, oh yeah,
No,
that
the
was
way
that.
she described 7 stars, 7 stars was like, what is this? What, bitch? She talked about her accent and everything, said she was
Oh my
from the
god,
valley.
the
I
valley.
was like, 7 was like, oh no, bitch. You know how 7 is. And she was like, what is she talking about these hoops from the hair store? Ooh, 7 was hot, baby.
peaches, peaches, do you want to say something or I don't know?
Oh my
Peaches, hello, peaches, peaches.
god.
I don't know. Something's wrong with their audio. Yeah, so she's coming out with another installment. I guess you would say.
Well, I'm
So,
here for it. I like a good read. But, Sir King, I really do appreciate you for staying on YouTube. I thank you for having a platform because you give people like myself and Custom and even Baby Bop a platform to be able to talk for ourselves and speak up. And we get good tea over here too. I love your
Yeah.
commentary. I like how you dissect things and how you break it down. So I really do enjoy you. Please don't go anywhere because you are much needed in this sector. You are.
well, thank you. I
Custard,
appreciate that.
how I mean, Drew Carey, how am I a hater? I literally, what have I done? What's hater behavior? I don't understand. What are you talking about? If you wanna be criticizing what I have to say, can you at least go in depth, like detail, and not just leave a scary ass 6 letter comment, a 6 word comment? Can you go into depth?
Oh, honey, that was a read. He said, specify, baby.
Well, Mickey, baby, I appreciate you saying that. And like I said, they were threatening. They did actually, I did receive some threats and stuff like that. Even
Oh,
people on the
gosh.
live stream threatening me. So that's what I was like, okay, let me see if I really want to do this. Because, I mean, it's not, I mean, why put yourself in that position? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
When you
especially
said
when there was,
threatening you, like threatening your life,
well, something like that, we'll find you and all this other stuff. And I was just like, what have I done to warrant that?
Oh, okay, Sir King. I got another question.
Mm-hmm.
So this picture that Treecey put
No.
on her community wall.
Mm-mm. That's amazing. And you know what's the weirdest thing about that was that she took that from Chopper. And let me tell you the backstory of that. That picture is from a guy that Chopper was chatting with on a dating app.
A
And
trick.
he posted their exchange in one of his videos. So I think somebody took it. I think somebody took it, and they ran with it. And Treecey, now all of a sudden she talks about she hates Chopper, and now is going to use something he posts on his wall and say it's me. And that's why
Yeah,
I didn't even
she's an
address it. We already
idiot.
addressed it before. Like, that's not me. That's not me at all. Like, they just make up anything. Like, they said I was the guy Messy Punks. I'm not that guy. So I let them believe what they
Yeah,
want.
you've been everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I've been VS, I've been Zeals, I've been Alexander Rogers, I've been Benji Adsense, I've been Outspoken One, I've been Messy Punks,
That's
and now I'm this guy that Chopper's talking with online. So,
You're talking about Alexandra Rogers, the one that be talking about the different shows and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they don't want to go there. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I love Alexander Rogers, but he can get mean, baby.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, Peaches, you wanted to say something?
No, I was just wanting to. I saw that what is it, elephant man, or elephant in the room, whoever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do think that might be
It
Jason. I
looks
hope
like
y'all
she's
know that.
talking.
No, she's talking, Custer. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Peaches. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking that it's Jason because Dalai Lama, she's up in his chat all the time, and so that's why she's taking up for him and conversing with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I read all of pretty much Elephant Room's comments, and they were just pro Jason. And I was just like, it was kind
Yeah,
of weird. But it is,
yeah, it's Jason.
so.
I just wanted to let y'all know that because I was up in the bushes, just listening, trying to go to sleep. I normally be sleep around this time, but I can't go to sleep for some reason.
I feel you.
That's
I
because
hear
you need
you.
to join this good conversation. That's why.
Oh God, I got to supposed to be getting up in the next 3 hours. I mean, next 4 hours. I'm about to die. I need to go to
Mm.
sleep, but my eyes will not close.
Oh.
Oh boy. So what else are you all talking about besides
We were just talking about like
confrontation?
different content creators because I'm new. I've been here for probably like a month on YouTube as far as in this part. And so I'm
Mhm.
just trying to get caught up on everybody and see what their thoughts are. And like I'm interested in knowing about Belma Girl as well. So what are y'all thoughts on Belma Girl?
Mm. All I got, I don't think my suggestion is I've been doing this, been listening to certain people for about a year. You need to tread very lightly and stay up in the bushes as much as you can until you get your own feel of somebody,
That's
and
very
Okay.
until you feel comfortable. There is only probably two people that I would come down for, and that is Duchess and well, this is my second time coming to Sir King. So those are like the only two people, and I've been on here for about a year. So everybody's gonna have everybody's gonna have a different person that they like, and you just gonna have to watch that person and how they treat people, and stay
Hmm.
up in the bushes. Don't be so quick to give your opinion. Don't be
Yeah.
so quick trying to get into the action because it's not best. Just let that action unfold and let them show you who they are. And then you make your
Hmm.
decision based upon that.
Okay.
I
That's some
agree.
good advice.
Yeah, and just be cognizant that people are taking screenshots and watching
That's
everything that
right.
you type and all that. So.
Taking
Mm-hmm.
screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is the point though?
Ammunition for the future, or if you say something like really controversial, they can hold your feet to the fire. So
Oh yeah, it's really vicious.
Well, I'm gonna stick to my basics of hello. You know, like
so
Yeah,
Jesus
so
Christ.
just be careful because it is what it said. It's the beef sector, and don't take everything personal. Make it as your entertainment. I use this as far as my entertainment for like when I'm cleaning around the house. When I, just doing stuff, just listen to it like a podcast, and I don't take it personal, and don't divulge a lot of personal information.
mm-mm. Nope,
Not
mm-mm.
at all.
Nope, not at all.
Don't brag about nothing.
No,
Okay, just look and browse,
I
and
agree.
that's it. Because it's the beef sector.
Yeah.
When you come in here, you know what you're gonna get.
They'll use everything against you. It's true.
Yeah. So just
If
be very careful because
right.
Pope about she's going through with that word color.
They
They are,
will not stop
if
at
they are killing her.
anything.
Yeah, that was the most hypocritical thing ever because that person is calling us the N word in the chat, and you just say color, and I'm like, okay, so shouldn't we be calling out the person
Yeah,
that's
I
saying
had
the N
to
word?
leave when I don't know what's her name when she came on with Duchess. I had to leave because she was trying to let Quani know what she was doing was or what she was saying was hypocritical, but
are
Quani
Mm-hmm.
you
didn't
talking
care.
about T, the lady named T that
I
finally
think that's
left?
her name. I think that's her name. I had to leave. I don't know how that situation resolved, but
It resolved peacefully. It was fine at the end.
it did resolve peacefully.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad because you just have to know how to handle a person and how to take a person.
Mhm.
And with Quani, she is very strong minded and she's gonna say what she's gonna say. And when she get on that rampage, you just gotta let her say what she's gonna say and don't interrupt her. You can't get her riled up and then expect that you're gonna try to calm her down with by you going back at her. You have to let her say whatever it is that she want to say until she just ain't gonna say no more, and wait till she calm down. Then you go back at her.
But I disagree. I think, like, I mean, yeah, Quani is that way in a way, but I think, everyone has a right to hold someone accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm not saying what she was doing with what is it,
You're
Lady
doing the
Tia?
right thing, yeah.
What she was
Just said
saying was wrong. Yeah, but Quantity, she just a type of person that you just gotta know her and know um when to say something because when she's on those rants, it's just like with your mother. When your mother is fussing at you and you're on a rant, she doesn't expect you to talk back, to say anything. Just let her say what she's gonna say and get it out.
I know.
And then once she is done talking, then you can say it. Say whatever it is that you want to say.
I think that's why I get in so much issues, I think, because I really disagree with that. Like, um, for me, I only have one mother. I think, like everybody else, if I have an opinion and someone is yelling at me, I have the right to say something, and that's anybody else. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Quani and she does what she does, but I think
Yeah.
if someone wants to come and speak their piece,
But why? But why was Quani?
When both of you all are yelling at each other,
yeah,
you
yeah.
yelling at the same time. Nobody's being heard. There's nothing being accomplished. You
But
just
why
two
was
people
Quani?
yelling at each other.
But why was Quani protected when Lady Tia came on there? And then Quani was like, "Oh, please don't say anything bad to me, Lady T. Please don't say anything to me, Lady T." And I was like, what? And then Lady T had to leave. I mean, she was, I mean, pretty much had to go because she couldn't speak to Quani. And I
And
thought that was kind of odd.
the way I took it is I thought that Lady T came on just saying that everyone is sort of hypocritical. Is
Hmm.
Quani guilty of that
No,
too?
no, there's Lady T and there's Lady Tia.
Yes, Lady Tia. Sorry, Lady.
Lady Tia.
Who was that
Sorry.
first one that came? Now, who was the first one that came on? Because that's when she came on. I listened to probably about a minute what she had said, and I had to go. The
It was
first,
Lady Tia.
Yeah,
okay, because she was letting Quani know that some of the things that we say is it's hypocritical how we call each other B's and N's and all of that, and you weren't about the color
but
word.
that's big facts though. Like, I mean, everyone is guilty of that. It's just not Quani.
Yeah.
Everyone does that. So it's a valid question. I don't think it was just for Quani. I think it was for everyone because they all go below the belt and they say you black this, you black that, you nasty
Mm-hmm.
this. They were calling me Harambe and Treecey's chat. All this like that's derogatory too to call a black woman a gorilla. I don't see anyone up in arms about that, but that's okay for them. So I think what Lady Tia said was very, honest and open.
Yeah, she was.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
wish I could have stayed, but I just couldn't say I had to go to listen to how that when it came about. But I'm glad it ended peacefully.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad it ended in that way. So,
Mm.
Yeah, I
alrighty.
can't do I'm too grown for that. That's one thing. I can't argue with people that I don't know.
that's
It's
Mm.
like it's pointless to me. It's like it's kind of like to me. I'm making you feel some type of way and everything like that. No, I don't know you. Argue with a dog. Go argue with some dog or whatever.
Yeah,
With the
it was crazy. I mean, she just kept telling Baby Bop, I don't like you. I don't like you. I didn't like you before. I don't like. I was like, wow. And she
that's
was
That's
like,
so
okay,
childish.
Quani, I hear you. I hear you. I'll receive that. Okay, that's fine. It's mutual. Okay. But I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. She even said she thought that some of them was funny, even to Jessica B. But my thing is like, even when Baby Bob is trying to talk to Treecey. It's just too many opinions going at one time and too many people coming in versus them having the one-on-one conversation. And
exactly.
that's what I would like to hear. Just those two on a platform having a conversation. And then I think then they can have some type of resolve because it was almost like they were saying that she was a fan. And it's like that's not the case. She's just trying to get it out there. And some of us have seen her picked on by her, which is the truth.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they're gonna make up whatever they want, and that's her camp and that's her territory. That's fair, but that's the reason why I went on there because it's just like you know what, fuck it, Sorry, I don't know if you allow cursing, so I'm sorry, Sir King, but it's just like F it. What you're talking, I'm telling you, like this lady puts so many my name in so many live streams and then the next morning she will take it out and just like change it and it's like creepy. So after a while I'm just kind of like, okay, let me just go on and see like what her issue is. As soon as I go on there, there's a rabid dog over there and it's not Pizarro, it's Jessica B. I don't even know
Hmm.
this lady. Like what's her problem? I don't know, they're strange. I don't get it, but
No, I did the same thing too.
yeah.
I did the same thing. Tracy wanted me up there, and then Jessica B jumped on there, and her first 4 words were very disrespectful, and then I left. I was like, I don't have to take that from you. I don't even know you.
So,
And I was
what happened to the Lotus lady that used to be on there that kind of got ran off? Where is
She's
she?
back. She's back there. Sometimes she's there. Most of the time, yeah.
I like her. I just felt like she just got totally disrespected, and it was just crazy how people would not hear her out or like they would harp on every word. It's a tough crowd over there.
Yeah.
What's the tough
No,
crowd?
her crowd. You know what I now I'm figuring out. Her crowd is the bullies. Her people are the bullies and stuff. If they don't know you and stuff, they gang up on you. And then they said the meanest thing. They said, you know, things to you about you. It's like, they wanna eat you alive.
But
That
you can't
is
get to
what.
know somebody like that. Like that's how we started watching all of these people in the first place. We gave them a chance. You're
Right.
nothing without subscribers.
I'm not gonna put it
Yeah.
all on Tracy, honestly. I mean, I I think people know how I feel about her, but I do think to her subscribers hype her up a lot. Like that, even like you said, Sir King, you had the same experience. Like that stuff, it's kind of like when you're trying to come as a person and have a conversation, if there's someone in the back like hyping you up and just like pushing the the F shit or the F whatever, the what I'm trying to say. Like it can't put the conversation in the right direction.
Right.
Every
And
5 seconds he was jumping in. I was really like I don't even know what.
what are your feelings toward Tracy? Like, is it to the point where you guys could maybe resolve it and could actually be cool and sometimes network, or do you
Network.
just want absolutely nothing to do with her?
It's YouTube. I have no problem with Tracy. I have other things outside of this. I just like to chat, comment, and have a good time. That's why I went there because I don't hate Tracy. I said what I'm not gonna repeat it because I don't want to be messy. But she's many things, but um, she's okay. But I think like when you lie about people, that's whack as hell, and like that stuff is whack. Like if you want to,
That's what you say now, because believe me, she's going to go on and on about it in the future. And it's probably going to get to a point where, you'll see, she's flip flop. And when she flip flops on you, she'll flip
Mhm.
flop on you forever.
I
And
mean,
then it's going to make you into a subject for content.
Right. And Baby Bop, that's
I'm
what I
already there actually.
Baby Bop, I thought it was really weird. She kept telling you to create your own platform. Create your own platform. And
Mhm.
she kept harping on that. I'm like, why
But Ness
so
told
much
her to do that first, and then I heard her make a comment about, well, right now Ness is being nice to her, but she'll flip flop and hate her too. And I was like, wow.
Yep.
If I
That's
make
how
my
it is
own
with
channel,
her.
it's just about original people doing their own thing. I don't need anyone to. I appreciated what Ness said because I thought it was genuine. But Tracy, her saying to make my own channel, even if I did, she wouldn't be a subject of discussion until I felt like it. So I mean, like I don't that she's no one to like to dedicate anything to. So I don't understand why I'm like content for her. It's not even that serious. Like
Because
yeah.
it's made out to be controversial.
Yep.
That's why. You have to have somebody to love and you have to have somebody to hate. And that's the way it works in the entertainment.
and you have no allies right now. You have no major content creators
Well,
that
she has you, Sir
no,
King.
I know what I mean by that is that no, what I'm saying is she doesn't have like she's not in Bama Girls. I'm not Bama Girls 5A camp.
Mm.
So if you were in 5A camp, then she would know maybe to hold off on going at you
That's
because
okay. Trust King, don't worry. Like that's okay. I don't need someone to back me to stand up for myself, and that's what it's about. I mean, that's just what it is. I don't really care how many people come at me. It's the internet. I can click it off. It's not that deep. But if I'm on it, I'm going to comment. And it's just so weird that this lady is like, this lady is talking about how long I've been online or offline, 2 days. They're asking me where I've been marching.
yeah, that was weird.
So creepy. I'm like, ew, like,
Oh
what
my god.
What was weird was when they kept saying, "Are you married? Do you have a husband?
you have
Do you
kids?
have any children? Where's your baby?" I was like, "What?"
All of this, yeah,
You
all of
want
this hasn't been
information.
on. Man, Weirdos. I don't
Yeah, that was. I'm like, what in the world does that have to do with anything?
And baby Bob, you say you it's just the internet and you can click it off, but like wait till she keeps talking about it and she perseverates, then she'll have people trying to find out where you live and like your job, and then next thing you know, people like Jason are fixated on you. So
But
just fuck it.
that's true, but I'm not trying to act a donkey on here. I mean, but the thing about it is like you can't have any fear, like, and that's the thing. I think they say this doxing stuff to put fear in you, like you're not supposed to say anything, you're not supposed to share your thoughts because we're gonna dox you. Um, I'm a free person. I don't say anything defensive. I don't talk about people with AIDS, HIV. I don't talk about LGBT. I don't talk about people getting beat in the face, domestic violence. I don't talk about anything that would make it okay to fire me or anything. I don't know. I'm not afraid. Like I just want to stand up for myself. That's all. That's it. I don't care. Like I don't know what they can do. I'm not afraid. I got God on my side, honestly, and I have
Amen.
so they could try. But that shit is real demonic and it's real dark.
It is. It not only is it demonic, but you know what? Subscribers need to take note because if this is what's happening, we need to be cautious about who we supporting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. That's the key. That's the key.
Yeah, I was saying the other night, Sir King, if you remember, I was high, but I was talking about Sean Bradley has a woman over on his platform
What?
who's
Mhm.
about to die, and she's made Sean Bradley her beneficiary.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that. I heard
it's
that.
pretty sad.
Are
What do you
you
mean she's about to?
serious? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm like in a moving truck. Beep, beep, beep. Let's say that again, cause
So Sean Bradley has a supporter of his in club chat, and she they say she's like really close to dying. So she made Sean Bradley, or was trying to make Sean Bradley, her beneficiary.
was she able to actually successfully execute?
I don't know because I haven't heard anybody talking about it, but
Cause he would have to sign those documents, correct?
yeah.
But I heard that's a wrong. I don't know if that's true though. 'Cause I think something happened where that wasn't able to come to fruition. But I don't know either way. But
That's
I
So
know.
pretty
people
sad.
really think that folks on here in their mind are like celebrities.
Yeah.
Yes, I said it the other night. I mean, wouldn't you feel to be a celebrity if people were giving you money, giving you gifts, trying to contact you, email, phone, saying they could do anything for you, and you just are providing content on YouTube? Yeah, people do. Yeah, people do feel that way.
Yeah, so that's why some people on here act like they're ace, ace celebrities,
You have to
Yeah,
A-listers.
yeah,
be careful. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So I have a question. Does she have kids, family members,
Who?
ex?
We
I
don't
mean,
we don't know.
that lady, that old lady.
We don't know.
For
But
all we
that's what
know,
she was trying to make happen.
Sean probably gave her the most attention, in
Or
group.
low key, he probably coaxed her into saying that.
We don't know, but I'm not gonna carry that brunt of that on my platform.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
but so
Oh wow, this.
Sean Bradley, he's a trip. I saw him the other day, and I mean, yeah, it was interesting.
yeah, so
I don't dis now. Am I crazy? Because I don't dislike Jay Wilson. I think he's actually kind of funny.
I
He's
dislike
funny,
him.
like as in like a jester or a harlequin, like like that. But he's not actually like.
see,
There's literally no entertainment value in what Jay Wilson talks about, like whatsoever.
No.
Mika baby, when you like you said you only been here for a month, wait till a couple of months and you get the recycled material and the hypocrisy, and then you'll see that
Oh,
that's not too funny.
I'm gonna tell you
you
somebody
know,
else I like too. Do y'all like Captivated Christian?
no.
I think you got your answer.
Wait,
Wow.
Daliana's and Ruby is saying that I'm lying. So 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 like okay, Dalian, you said that I'm lying. So your Lord and Savior Jason said the same thing, and so did Quani. So did S. Hutchinson when they before they were beefed out. So all three of those people are lying.
Your Lord and
Custer,
Savior Jason.
you gotta
Wow.
sometimes ignore the chat. Custer, you gotta sometimes
Customs just went in. Well,
Oh,
I just like the
Drew
captivated
Carey, we don't even
news.
know who the hell you are. You're a troll.
Custer, you have to not look at the chat. Stop looking at the
Sir
chat.
King, can you do me a favor? Can you put one thing up on your platform, please?
Sure. Hmm.
It's the Rebel Son where he was pretending to be Treecey. Now that was funny as
That's
heck.
funny.
Did
Yeah, that's
did
funny
you
as
all
hell.
see that?
That's funny as hell.
It's new old.
Did, did you see it, Sir King?
That got old quick. See, you was the brand new to the sector. That's an act that got
he
old.
wants to be, he wants
But
to
it,
be Tracy, be a woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but it was
He
funny
wants
though. He caught the groomers to get her. I'm sorry, Tracy. I don't mean to be like that, but it was comical.
at
No.
first, yes. And after that, every other day, you're like, come on, guy, give it up. Now you ugly.
Well, no, I'm
That's
not talking. I don't know about him constantly going in on her. I just saw that one particular thing.
Yeah. All
Customs
right.
knew what I was talking about.
Well,
um,
we were gonna
yeah.
wrap this up, y'all. If there's any last things y'all want to say or talk about, I'll give you about 15 more minutes. Then I gotta go.
What I want
I
to
just want
say,
to. Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
only
go
have
ahead.
2%. 2%. People go where they want you. Don't go on somebody's platform, where you're not wanted. And all that's life. If they don't like you and stuff, move to the next person. Why make somebody likes you that they don't like you? Then they're not gonna like you ever. Even if you say the most hi, greetings, they ain't gonna like you.
Cindy,
It's YouTube
is there something you're talking about in particular, or are you just talking in general?
in general. If they don't like you, move on and stuff. It's like, I don't know. So to the new subbies, they don't like you, move on. Don't argue with people, and then don't try to buy them. People paying people to content creators and stuff like that to be friends with them. Lord sweet Jesus, it's not that serious. It's YouTube. But that's all I have to say and stuff. Stay in the
Thank you,
bushes.
Cindy.
You're welcome. And thank you guys, and thank you, Sir King, for having me.
You're welcome, Cindy.
I gotta
Thank you for coming
go.
by.
Bye.
Oh,
Good night.
Good night.
I
Next
just
up,
want to say that I enjoyed this tonight. I enjoyed the panel. I'm going to continue to look at all the different creators and searching. Just don't go anywhere. And customs, I love you. Customs is so funny. I just love customs. But I'm gonna go back to the bushes and I'm gonna watch the rest of the show. But thank you for having me on here, Sir King. And it was nice meeting you, baby Bob.
It was nice meeting you too. Just thanks for having an open mind.
Oh yes, that's the way God made me to use my own mind and to judge people for myself. And just know that you always got somebody to windmill. You know, your boy said he don't windmill, but if I like you, I'm loyal. Period. Point blank.
You all
Yeah,
have a
that's
good
what's up.
night.
That's what's up.
Respect.
All right, thank you, Mika Baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out too, Sir King. This this was really lit for me. You should do like a panel more often. This is great.
Well,
Um,
customary, the panel is dependent on who clicks the link. Sometimes, so sometimes it just happens organically.
uh, oh, okay, I see. But yeah, keep up the lives. This shit is awesome. All right, night.
Good night. Take care, custom man.
And I'm going to go ahead and go out myself. It was nice being on here listening to you all and giving what little advice I did give. I hope that it helps someone.
Thank you, Peaches. I appreciate you coming by.
It was nice talking to you again, Peaches.
All right. Thank you, baby Bob. Thank you, Sir King. Y'all have a good
You're
night.
welcome.
Right.
Good night.
Right. I just wanted to say thanks, Sir King. I think you're doing really good in your panels. Um, and yeah, you know, it's great what you're doing. So thank you for having me on. And I really enjoyed talking to everyone that was on. It's nice to have kind of like, independent people just talking and giving their thoughts and stuff without.
No, and you, baby Bob, keep doing your thing. I think like what Nesto Mess said is that they're coming after you because you don't run off the panel. Like you're able to communicate it, but you're not cowering in the way in which you say it. Like you say it, but you say it with a certain firmness that they are somewhat intimidated by. So, keep being you.
I appreciate that. You too. I'm glad you got a channel. It's like inspiring though, because it's like usually people leave, but yeah, you've done the same thing. So yeah, I
Yeah, I mean that's the reason in which you're getting what you're getting because the people have not been able to drive you off, and they somehow can't. They don't like that for some reason.
boy, child. Yeah. All right, I'll see you on
All
the
right,
next one. Have a
all
good night.
right, sounds good. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye. So what I want to say, you all, between the panelists in the chat, like I can let a panelist say something to the people in the chat, and the people in the chat can go back at them. But the thing is, you got to understand, most of the times the panelists are not able to respond in rapid fashion because they don't want to disrespect the panel or the flow of the panel. So while you're throwing 5 or 6 digs at someone in the chat and they're only able to respond once, it is what it is. I mean, my channel is about respect and everything, but at the same time, I'm gonna let people say what they want to say. Yeah, I'm about respect, but sometimes the people in the chat are a little bit disrespectful as well. And at the end of the day, we're adults, right? So we can handle some conflict, we can handle some roast, we can handle a couple of curse words. But I just wanted to say thank you for all the panelists that came through and offered, their insights to the topic at hand, um, and expressed their point of view. I think a lot of people did it respectfully. They didn't talk over each other, and we were able to disagree in a way that was constructive and progressive. And also, we did a little bit of roasting too. So I appreciate everyone that came through. Hopefully, we can keep this momentum. And like I said, I don't have an issue with anyone, but I do have an issue with someone like Quani who's going to come after someone who said colored and not in the way in which they thought they said it, but then say all the NBs and all that. So I don't like that because if Quani was an angel, let's say if Quani was like let's just say Bless Watkins or somebody like that, I could understand that. But Quani is digging, calling people NBs, N's, B's, and all that. Yes, she's chastising someone for saying the word colored. And on top of that, she didn't even hear it in the original context or the original channel that it was said at. So I think you guys need to watch out for that. Like I said, thank you guys once again. And those people that hang out over in that man New Mexico's channel, do what you do. But all I ask is that you please don't give him the impression that y'all are sellouts and tolerating him saying that despicable language. And I don't mind if you're friends with him, but I would like for you all to maybe pull him aside and say, hey, yo, dude, yeah, I like your stuff and I like some of the things you say regarding how maybe there isn't any unity in the Black community. But where I don't stand with you at is you saying that N word. Because I don't care if your pigmentation is light or white, you know the history behind that word. And it's when you say that word, you say it with a certain conviction with the ER that is despicable. It's like you're trying to be manipulative and play in our faces. And that's something that those people in that camp that associate with him should be at least letting him know that. And if you roll with him, that's good. But I don't feel he respects you all because you're sitting over there, saying he says it, you can say it. And as long as he gets that sense of approval, he will never respect you and he will never respect anybody over here. And he will never understand what's going on in our country and our nation. So that's all I really have to say to you all. Thank you guys for your support. Remember, we're having a movement that encourages people to have respect for everybody while we still can roast and gag and leave the kids out of it. Because one day the kids will have to take care of you. And you don't know what they will remember when, they get older and see how you let them get dragged or you were talking about them. So that's it. Have a great night. Take care. And thank you again. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and share if you can. Take care now. Bye.